for the beautiful Hayden Panettiere.
I know,
Panettiere. Panettiere.
It's tough. You know, they actually pronounce it better in Italy. I went over there and I heard them pronounce it. I was like, that's how you pronounce it? Dude, I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. Panettiere. I was like, really?
Panettiere. Panettiere.
Panettiere.
That's all. That's
You gotta do the hand with it, though.
To get to Vladimir, yeah.
And a couple times, like, we were at the pool, and I was standing right in front of him, and I could see him looking over my head. He's obviously looking for me. And I'm standing literally a foot in front of him, going, hello?
Wait, how long has he been dating you and he's looking for you like this?
He was trying to find, like, the wide. He was looking for me at a distance. And so he turned around and started walking down the hallway, and I grabbed him by the arm. And because he's so used to people grabbing him, he just kept going. So I'm just sitting there holding his arm going, babe, it's me. Hey, turn around.
It's like you grabbed onto a city bus that was passing.
In pink today.
Thank you. I feel like this is ridiculous, but can you believe that I could actually not touch the floor?
Yes.
Don't tell anyone.
And you guys I'm a fireman's daughter. Retired 6 months before 9/11, and he always taught me, because I was such a small girl, that you always have to look like you have somewhere to be and someone's going to miss you if you get there. And he used to tell me all the time that when I went to the mall with my friends, he's like, so what do you do if somebody comes up and grabs you? And he told me to scream, you're not my daddy! You're not my daddy! So I had a lot of practice screaming, you're not my daddy.
¿Estudiaste español?
See, that was Russian.
A song for yourself from the Brits.
I was looking for the boy shorts, but I will do the, I'm sorry, what was it that you said?
I can't say it again. I'll probably get asleep together.
You got stocking stuffers.
Can I hear your scream? Is that cool, or is it? I don't want you to blow out your voice or anything, so.
It's pretty blood-curdling.
All right, yeah, let's hear it, yeah.
Ready?
Hey, that is good. That's like a thing. That's very good.
It's all those years of Siler running after me.
I know.
He's big.
You seen him naked and everything?
And everything.
But you did it.
This is a good tip if you do have a short haircut and want the ponytail.
Well, this is basically just the top half of my hair, and the rest is just glued up. I mean, I've got literally my weight in bobby pins. You should see me at night. 1, 2, 10,
But it's
20.
It gives you some
it's like a mound.
Hey, you
How long are you down there? How long you can't stay down there like a...
Some people who are good can stay down for a good 4 minutes.
4 minutes, really?
I'm lucky if I get 40 seconds.
Yeah.
People are going to go, what are you doing?
Well, I heard that you were going to try to get me in the dunk tank,
So?
I came prepared. Don't get too excited. It's really not.
So you have a wetsuit on.
I thought it was appropriate to come in my wetsuit. With heels.
That's it. Let's talk about that. Well, first of all, before you came out, I heard that you had a bird that also did something weird.
Well, I was watching it backstage. I was watching that bird. I was like, that's incredible. We once taught my bird to go, here, kitty, 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 kitty. And when my cats would come, she would go, I love you. But then one too many times, I guess my parents said, Eli's a who was my neighbor. And so Eli happened to come over at one point, and the bird exclaimed, Eli's a Eli's a Eli's a and my parents were trying to cover up. It was very interesting.
How embarrassing, and why invite the over if he's a...
Beautiful picture. It's lovely there, isn't it? You and the two dolphins and
Yeah, it's actually like that.
What about
Or
this?
like that.
Could it be like that?
Could be.
And one more. Let's just try this. There it is right there.
That
There you
That'd be some talent right there. I've gone diving a bunch of times with sharks, and it's been incredible. These specific ones.
Look at the size of that.
These were nurse sharks in Sydney, in Australia, and it was unbelievable, but it was the first time that I'd gone diving with this specific kind of shark, and they were so massive. And I was in the water with a diver, and he had a camera, and every time he lifted the camera, I knew to breathe in air so the bubbles wouldn't get in the shot, but I knew that there was something behind me. I was like, okay, he's lifting the camera, so that must mean there's some good shot coming.
Look at the size of that.
So he lifted the camera, and just at this right time, it's a gummy shark, and it came right as he was taking the picture and nailed me in the back of the head. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was one of the big sharks. And
Right,
so just
right.
perfect timing.
All right.
Eyes like saucers. So I thought it would be a very, yeah.
Weren't you?
It was a little scary.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little scary. And it looks
Can
like
you see my eyes?
Yeah.
Like.
Oh my God! And you do it again though? It was like a.
Oh, absolutely.
You feel safe there?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've gotten to go diving with schools of hammerhead sharks, 40 hammerheads. Like if you ever watch the Discovery Channel, it's that shot. It's that shot and just floating above it. It's incredible. It's 75% of the world.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of people never get a chance to see it, and it really is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, good for you for doing this. And I know that you've said that if you didn't do this for a living, you would work with animals and help them in some way, and I really admire you for that.
Thank you.
Hayden.
Thank
All right,
you.
later in the show, we are going to dunk you. We weren't going to, but now that you're dressed like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You can catch Hayden on Heroes Monday nights at 8 o'clock on NBC. Aaron Carter and Karina Smirnoff will be dancing after this. Don't go away.
My taser, I do have a taser. It's like a baton like this. I grabbed my taser, grabbed my like panic alarm button, grabbed my phone, and ran into the bathroom because I knew the bathroom had a window.
And you're on the first floor?
And I was on the first floor. It's a one-story house. And I was sitting there, and it was like 15 minutes, 20, like nobody was coming. And I was like, I'm not sticking around here to find out if somebody's gonna come barging in.
Because your alarm was going off.
It was going off.
But you don't know if they were in the house or not.
I don't know if they were in the house. The alarm was so loud. The dogs were barking. They were going crazy. And so I shimmied out of a window. It was about yay big.
Well, that's how big you are. You're like
perfect.
It's so your boyfriend would be stuck in there, but he'd be
he'd be like,
okay.
Who's in my house?
Yeah, right.
You know. So I shimmied out the window and I ran along the side of the house just to find like 7 like lasers on me from the guns that were attached to the guns, and there were the cops that had just shown up. But I'm running with this huge taser down the side, and I see him, and I'm like, don't shoot! Please don't shoot me, it's fine! I'm like the stand out of my seat. Hit him! Hit him, please! You know, I'm totally that. Like, I don't think there's ever been fights as loud in the Golden Circle, which is the closed part, because everyone there is very calm. They've been to the fight before, and they've got this little blonde chick jumping up and down, screaming at the top of their lungs, going, "What aren't you yelling?"